Halo. Halo. Halo, selamat sore.
Sore. Sore.
Ya, selamat sore, Pak. Cek kualitas audio, Pak. Apakah terdengar jelas?
Halo.
Iya, ini terdengar.
Iya.
Terdengar, Pak. Jelas, Pak. Halo? Halo?
Halo.
Halo?
Halo.
Halo.
Tes audio, Pak.
Iya, terdengar.
Halo, tes. Halo? Halo?
Halo.
Ya, halo. Halo.
Halo. Sore, suaranya terdengar.
Ya, halo.
Pak.
Iya, terdengar.
Iya.
masuk online kan? Di sini terdengar tapi putus-putus.
Tes. Satu dua.
Iya, terima kasih Bangku ya. Sudah di-unmute makanya. Jaringannya lagi ada ya?
Testing tes. Anyone?
Tes.
Apakah suara saya terdengar? Halo.
Iya, dia ngambilnya. Oh, iya.
Lu?
Halo.
Selamat sore.
Selamat sore.
Tes audio, Pak. Bagaimana?
Jelas Pak audionya.
Iya, kedengaran.
Menggaung sedikit, Pak. Menggema, Pak.
Aduh.
Dikit. Wah, ini bisa dengar suara mereka.
Selamat sore, Bapak, Ibu semuanya.
Selamat sore, Pak.
Apakah suaranya bisa terdengar jelas oleh semuanya, Bu, Pak?
Saat ini terdengar,
Bisa,
Pak.
Pak.
Halo?
Oke.
webcam or on your computer, you would want to click on Call Using Computer. If you want to test
I like your name.
Benar kayak gue? Ya. Gitu apa tadi? Gitu.
Selamat sore Bapak Ibu, apakah bisa mendengar saya?
Bisa, Pak.
Bisa.
Oke, terima kasih.
Ya.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Halo.
Hello,
Afternoon.
my name is Bayu. I will be your moderator in this training. First of all, I would like to inform you that this training is participated by 45 language teachers from Southeast Asian countries. To ensure the smooth conduct of the training, there are some rules to be followed. Now, I will read. Okay, one. For an audio test, audio person and the participant must present 30 minutes before the training starts. 2. Participants go quiet to the host or moderator if they cannot hear the moderator or resource person. 3. Participants should avoid using two Vicon devices in the same room. 4. Participants are requested to deactivate the microphone when entering the room and during the Vicon. 5. The speaker person has about 45 minutes to deliver the material and answer questions from the participant. 6. Please pay attention to the resource person when he or she is delivering the material. 7. Throughout the session, I will be given the opportunity to ask by waiting in the chat room. 6. Question will be read and answered directly by the resource person. 9. Host or moderator has the authority to exclude participants from the video conference room if they do not follow the rules. Introduction on online activities. This session will be led by Ms. Susi Fauzia. So without further ado, I will hand over the session to Mr. Susi Fauzia. Susi Fauzia. Miss Susi Fauzia.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Moderator. Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, good afternoon. Okay, thank you for joining our online training. Okay, so as we have informed from the email, this is our first session. Okay, and then on this session, we will have the pre-training session. Okay, so as you all know, for this training, we will have 3 classes. We will have a class for discovery learning model, and then for project-based learning model, as well as for text-based learning model. Okay, so it's just like what a kind of sandwich, yeah. Okay, 3 in 1. Okay, and then you can select 1 or 2 training, or you can also select all the 3 training. Okay, and then as you all know, so by participating minimum 10 times attendance, then our center, SEAMEO QITEP in Language, will give you, or we will send you the e-certificates. Okay, now let us see. So we have participants that have already signed in. We have about like 20 something. Okay, and then for those who have not signed in yet, please join us. Okay, so the WebEx room is still open, okay, until our session is over. Okay, now, okay, I can see some from the videos. Okay, yes. We have several videos on, okay, and then for those who would like to turn on the videos, you are welcome. Okay, and then if you have any technical problems, please do inform us, okay, and our technical team will rearrange the audio or the sound, okay, so you can hear us and you can see us well. Okay, I have just seen chat, okay. So we have Miss Puji, Miss Anne, yeah. Okay, great. Yeah, so later on I will also inform you about the participants, yeah. So as we have informed you from the leaflet, this online training is participated not only from language teachers in Indonesia, but also from language teachers from Philippines, Malaysia, as well as from Cambodia. Okay, let's see. Yes, may I have the slides? Okay, now because we have 7 minutes past 4, okay, so we can just start the slides. Yes. Okay, now we have already had the slides. Okay, so for the pre-training session, the focus will be on introduction about the online training activities, okay, because to make you aware and also so that you know about what will you gain and then about what things you will do in this online training, okay, so we give a special session for the pre-training. Okay, so I don't know whether all of you have familiar or not with SEAMEO QITEP in language, okay. But for introduction, I think it will be better to introduce our center first. Okay, so this online training is presented by the Southeast Asian Ministers of Education Organization, or SEAMEO, Regional Center for Quality Improvement of Teachers and Education Personnel, or QITEP in language. Or we usually call our center SEAMEO. Okay, so SEAMEO is a regional organization, and it's and the organization is participated, okay, by all ministers of education in Southeast Asia region, including the Indonesia. Okay, so in Indonesia we have several SEAMEO centers, and then there are 3 centers that focusing on improving the quality of teachers and education personnel. Okay, and then for CKIL, our center focusing on improving the quality of language teachers and education personnel. That's why we have language. Okay, so when you join our training, the training is specialized for language teachers. Okay, so it is not for all subjects in general, but it's for language teachers, and for this online training, it is intended for language teachers teaching in lower and upper secondary school. Okay, in Indonesia, the context will be in sekolah menengah pertama or SMP, as well as sekolah menengah atas, SMA. Okay, and then for those teachers in outside Indonesia, then it will be the junior high school or the senior high school. Right, and then our center is also not only under the SEAMEO, but also under the Ministry of Education and Culture of Republic of Indonesia. Okay, so that later on the certificate, okay, is acknowledged and also synchronized by the unit of GTK. Okay, so the unit of teachers and education personnel in MOEC. Okay, so that for teachers in Indonesia, because we have many participants from Indonesia, you can use our certificates from this training to gain credit. Okay, so you can also use the certificate for your promotion. Okay. Yes, okay, now let's continue to the next slide. Right, so basically there will be 4 main things that we will discuss in this pre-training session. The first thing is about the content. Okay, so the content means about the training material, so about what are the things that you can learn from this online training, and also the material that you can use for teaching in the classroom. And then for the next part, for the scenario, it's about the scenario of the training. Because as you can see, this is just like sandwich training. Okay, so we have like 3 training on 3 language learning model, and all the 3 learning models are compiled in one training. Okay. That's why there will be the scenario how we progress or how we move from one training on one language learning model to another language learning model. Okay, and then on this occasion, I will also introduce the instructors, okay, because we have the 3 language learning model, then we will have uh, we will have 6 instructors, okay, so you will meet different faces, okay, on every session, and I think it will be refreshing. And then the participants as well. So I will show you the names of the participants, okay, and then you can see, okay, you can see who are the participants of this online training, and then you can also as well check whether your names are already listed on the announcement or not, okay, because you also need to check the name, because later on when we send you the certificate, it will be better if the name is the same, or the name is appropriate, right? Because later on, especially for teachers in Indonesia, you will use the certificates for promotion or for gaining a credit. Okay, and then for the 4 things, okay, for the 4th, I will explain about the general outline or brief descriptions about the tentative schedule. Okay, so as you can see, we will have like a long duration for the online training, because it will be started on this July, so 1 week on the last week of the July, and then it will be started again on August, September, and October. Okay, so the last meeting will be on October. Okay, we can continue to the next slide. Yes, and then for the technical team, because I saw that earlier there are some chats, okay, that say that they have technical problems. So please, okay, please make some adjustment. Okay, right. So for those who give or for those who send chats for technical problems, then our technical team will give you the solution. Okay, so just please stand by on the chat. All right. Okay, now for the first part, yeah. Okay, now for the first part, related to the content of the training. Okay, so it's about the training material. So for the training material, basically we will have like 3 main things to be discussed. Okay, so for our training, it's language learning model and oriented on HOTS or higher order thinking skills. That's why on every language learning model, then the instructor will discuss about the concept of higher order thinking skills. Okay, and then for higher order thinking skills, we use reference from revised taxonomy Bloom. Okay, so later on in the sessions, our instructor will explain about the concept of taxonomy Bloom, revised taxonomy Bloom. Okay, so it means that there will be an explanation on the cognitive levels of revised taxonomy Bloom, started from the first level, remembering, okay, and then move to the next. Okay, let's for the levels. echoing. Okay, let me ask the technical team, please make some adjustment first. Oh, same here. Echoing happens. Okay, echoing.
I think it's better now.
Oh, it's better.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. Sorry for the technical problem. All right, so okay, I will repeat again. Okay, so basically for the training material, there will be
Ma'am. Oh my goodness.
so as you see, okay, so could you just use one.
Ma'am, we cannot hear you.
Okay, let's try again. Okay, right. Okay, before we continue, okay, for those who have two devices at the same time, the PC and the laptop, please just shut down one of the devices, yeah, just use one device. Okay, now we get back again to the content. Okay, so for this training, the material will consist of three main things, okay, three main ideas. One is the concept of higher order thinking skills. So it consists of explanation on uh, the levels that you can find, the levels in revised taxonomy Bloom. Okay, I'm sure that all of you. Okay, so yeah, cognitive.
Ma'am, I think
Yes.
the host, ma'am, I think the host should turn off the.
The host. Oh yeah. Yes. Okay. For Mr. Host, maybe you can also turn off the, I don't know, some devices. Okay. Okay. Let me try again. Okay. All right. Okay. So for again. The first idea is explanation on concept of higher order thinking skills. Okay, it consists of the cognitive levels of revised taxonomy Bloom. Okay, so later on the instructor will explain about the lower order thinking skills. Okay, started from the remembering, understanding, and applying. And then the instructor will explain about the levels of higher order thinking skills, which we know it starts from C4 until C6, right? From the analyzing, evaluating, and creating. Okay, and then still related to the concept of higher order thinking skills, there will be also explanations on strategies of how to conduct, of how to teach your other thinking skills.
Okay.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Right. Okay, and then beside the concept of revised taxonomy bloom, then there will be also explanations on strategies on how to teach higher order thinking skills to your students. Okay, so there will be questioning strategies, okay, and then there will also be other strategies, okay, right. And then for the second one, concept of the language learning model. So it will be based on the language learning model taught during the session. Okay, so for example, if it's the training session on discovery, then the concept that will be discussed is on discovery, okay? And if it's project-based, then the concept is on project-based, and if it's text-based, the concept will be on text-based. And then there will be like standard content for all the language learning models. So there will always be a part of a definition, because we all have to know and we all have to gain general description about what does it mean by this language learning model, right? Okay, so the concept will be started with the definitions, and then there will be like a short history or brief descriptions about the learning model, and then there will also be what is it, explanation on the learning stages on how to implement the learning model. Okay, and then there will also be assessment. Okay, so there will be explanation on how to assess the learning activities, or on how to assess the students' performances based on the learning model. Okay, and then after the concept of the language learning model, then it will be continued with implementation of each model. Okay, so for the implementation, the instructor will give you an illustration. Okay, it can be in videos, it can be using slides, and it can also be on, for example, like pictures. Okay, and there will be a detailed instruction. Okay, as well as like the media that you can use. Okay, so it will be just like you will have, it means that you will have a practical usage of how to implement the learning model in your classes. Okay, so for the class, so you will be given like illustration about what is the objective, and then how to gain the objective, or how to improve your students' performances, okay, on language skills. And then you will see directly about how to implement the language learning model. Okay. Okay, and then for the next one, yes, the next slide. Yes, and then for the instructors. Okay, so because we have 3 trainings, okay, on 3 different language learning model, so we have 6 instructors. So all instructors are staff from SEAMEO QITEP in language, and all instructors are from the Division of Training and Development for Teachers and Education Personnel. Okay, so the names are in alphabetical order. Okay, so first I will start with Mr. Nirwansa. Okay, so he is one of our team member in the training, and his specialization is on Arabic. Okay, and then for this training, he will be the main presenter for Discovery Learning Model. Okay, so in the next session, 29th of July, you will see Mr. Nirwansyah. Okay, and he will start by explaining about the concept of higher order thinking skills. All right, and then for the second, okay, Reski. Mr. Reski is the instructor for the session on project-based learning model. Okay, he is one of our training staff, specializes in project-based learning model, and his language specialization is Japanese. Right, and then the next one, the third, Miss Risma. Her specialization for language is for Indonesian language. Okay, and then her focus is on text-based learning model. Right, and then the fourth one, Susi Fauzia, yeah, so it's me, myself. So I will be the co-presenter for all trainings for the 3 language learning models. Okay, and then my own language specialization is English. All right, and then for the next one, next instructor is Miss Ardel. Okay, so we take the second name, okay, from Ardelia. So her nickname is Ardel. Her language specialization is German, and her focus is on the project-based learning model. Okay, and then for number 6, we have Miss Danti. Miss Danti, language specialization is Mandarin, and she focuses on text-based learning model. Okay, so on the session of Discovery Learning Model, so you will see Mr. Nirwansyah and me, because I'm the co-presenter. And then for the project-based learning model, the main presenters will be Mr. Reski and Miss Ardel, and I will be the co-presenter as well. And then for text-based learning model, so you will meet Miss Rizma, Miss Danti, and me again. Okay, so I will be the co-presenter for all the 3 learning models. Okay, so those are the instructors, and now for the participants. Okay, so for the next slides, yes. So in total, we have 54 language teachers teaching in upper and lower secondary schools in SEAMEO member countries. And we have 4 countries listed, as you can see from the slides. We have Indonesia with the most participants. So 47 teachers are from Indonesia, and it is from various regions. So not only from the western part of Indonesia, but there are also teachers from the eastern region, okay, and also from the central region of Indonesia. Okay, and then from the Philippines, we have 4 teachers. From Malaysia, we also have 2 teachers. And Cambodia, we have 1 teacher. Okay, before we continue to the next one, Mr. Moderator, could you please show us the name? Okay, before the training scenario, can you show us the names of the participants on the file Word? Yeah. Okay, so you can see whether your names are already listed and the names are already correct, because if there are incorrect spelling, right, or incorrect name, you can inform us, okay, and we will revise it, okay, so that later you will have the correct name for the certificates. Okay, let's see, we have the announcement, right, on online training participants. Right, okay, so the first one is let's wait first. Right, so okay, we'll start with the names from. Okay, which one that is will be viewed first. Yes. Okay. So we start from the invited online training participants. Okay. So excluding Indonesia, we have 7. Yeah, we have 7 teachers from 3 countries. Okay. So from Cambodia, we have Mr. Tim Puef. Okay. The school name is RUPP. And then we also have from Malaysia, Miss Fiona and Mr. Tan. And then we also have Miss Jacqueline, Miss Jennifer, Miss Julie, and Miss Lurame from Philippines. Right, so we have 7 participants. Yes. Okay, now for the participants from Indonesia. Right, okay, so here for the announcement, we divide the name of participants into 3 classes. Okay, so we have discovery, project-based, and text-based learning model. Okay, and then for this one, actually, for all the names, we have 47 teachers, but most of the Indonesian teachers select to join the 3 online training. I mean, to join the 3 language learning model. Okay. So here we have the names. Okay. Yes, Mr. Moderator, you can just call the names. Yes. Okay. Yes. Right. You can see that the teachers are from various regions in Indonesia. Okay, so this is for the discovery, yes. You can scroll on. Okay, right, and then we can also see the next one, yeah. The project base, yes. Right, yes. Okay, so some of the names are the same because most of you select the 3 language learning models. Okay, you can scroll again, yes. Yes, okay, and then for the participants, you can also see your names here and check the spelling of the name. Right. Okay. Yeah, so we can see from Indonesia, there are teachers from SMA, yeah, SMK, okay, senior high school, vocational school, yes, and also from junior high school, yes. Right, okay, the next one for the, yes, text-based learning model. Right, okay, yes. Yes, scroll again. Right. Okay. Okay, so you can see your names are listed on the list. Okay, yes, just scroll until the last number. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you. Yes. Now now we move on again to the next slides, please. All right, now the next one. Okay, for the training scenario, okay, so our training session consists of 32 hours, okay, and 1 hour is allocated for this pre-training session. So we start from 4 p.m. Okay, in Indonesia we use WIB. Okay, and then for the international it means GMT +7. Okay, so we will end at 4:45. Okay, in a few more minutes, and then after the session of pre-training session, then you will have the sessions for discovery learning model, okay, for 10 hours in several meetings. And then the project-based learning model also for 10 hours, 7 meetings. And text-based learning model also 10 hours with 7 meetings or 7 sessions. And the last one will be the closing session, one session in the last week of October. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Yes. Okay, before we go on to the tentative schedule, I have to remind you that for those who have selected the 3 training or the 3 language learning model, you may join, okay, all the sessions on the language training model. And for those who, for example, just choose 1 or 2, you can just join, okay, the selected training model, the selected language learning model as you have intended earlier. But please be reminded that you will be given certificates if you attend minimum 10 times attendance. Yes. Okay, now I will show you the tentative schedule. Okay, Mr. Moderator, please show us the schedule on PDF file. It's the last file. Then the schedule, yes. Okay.
Pak, ini boleh nggak?
Buat apa?
Kalau dimakan.
Boleh.
Kalau Oreo?
Hah?
Oreo?
Satu-satu dulu. Ya, habiskan itu dulu. Jangan ini dibuka, itu dibuka. Sampai dimakan.
Right. Okay, so you can see from the schedule, yes. So number 1 is our first session. Okay, and then for the next session, for the 7th session afterwards, okay, we will have the sessions on discovery learning model. Okay, started from 29th of July. Okay, until the 22nd of August. Okay, until the reflection. All right, so for the next session, we will send you the notification on password and on username and password for join the WebEx, okay, on 26th of July, or the latest will be on the morning of 29th July, okay, so please check your email. All right, and then after the sessions on discovery learning model, we will have the sessions on project-based learning model. Okay, please scroll down. Okay, we can see that started from number 9. Okay, it is on project-based learning model. Okay, so it will be started on the first week of September. Okay, on 2nd of September, and the last session will be on 26th of September, okay? So this is still tentative schedule, and if there are any changes, we will inform you via email, right? Okay, and then started from 30th September. Okay, so we will start with the text-based learning model until the 24th of October 2019. Okay, so it's the session for text-based learning model. And then the last session will be on 28th of October 2019 on Monday. Okay, so you can see some sessions are 1 hour. Okay, but other sessions are 2 hours. Okay, so you can see from the schedule. All right, now the time is already 4. Okay, almost 4:45. So in that case, I will still give some time for the question and answer session. Okay, so now let's get back to the slide. Right, this is the last part, and then the next slide, please, Mr. Moderator. Okay, is there any question? If there's any. Oh, okay, I just read the first question. One of you asked, okay, Miss Yesi, yeah, okay, about the schedule. Okay, the question is, do we get the schedule shown? We will send you the schedule tomorrow or on Monday morning. Yes. So we will send the schedule via email. All right. Okay. And then the next one from Miss Yesi Chayani. Is there any references we need to read prior the training? Yes. We advise you to read the revised taxonomy books. Okay. And also you for teachers in Indonesia, you can also read the modules from the Ministry of Education and Culture of Republic of Indonesia, especially about the language learning models. Okay, because usually most Indonesian teachers have the modules. And then in general, you can also find other references, okay, not only from Indonesian writers, but we also advise you to find books, okay, written by other authors about language learning models, and then also the taxonomy blooms, okay, especially about higher order thinking skills. Okay, it will be very useful. Yes, okay, and then another. Oh, okay, another question. Is it possible to have a chat via WhatsApp? For that, what is it? For that media or social media, then it has to be discussed first, okay? Because from the scenario, we don't have the WhatsApp, okay? But later on, if it's possible, we will inform you further, okay? That is the question from Miss Kartika, yeah, okay? And then from Ahmad Jafar, could you provide and share the meeting video recording in case the participant didn't hear well? Oh, yes. Usually from the previous online training, the recording will be available on YouTube. Okay, so later on I will confirm again to the technical team. Okay, and if we have already had the recording, then we will inform you. All right, the next one. Okay, from Miss Kartika. Okay. It's about making WhatsApp group, okay, for Indonesian teachers. Right. Later on, we will inform you again, or maybe for Indonesian teachers, we can share the emails, okay, and then for those who agree, then you can share the contacts and make the WhatsApp group. I think it's possible, right? And then, okay, from Miss Erna Hamida, okay, the schedule, yes, you got the schedule, as I have informed before, then the schedule later on will be delivered to the email, okay, so please check the email. Okay, and then share files notification. Oh, Miss Kartika, share files notification via WhatsApp. Oh, okay. So for the sharing files, okay, notification, all will be delivered through email, and then for the WhatsApp, later we will inform you again, okay? Because for this moment, it's still via email, right? And then it's about technical problems, yeah. If I can't hear the voice, what should I do? Oh, okay, so if you have technical problems or if you can't hear the voice, okay, of the moderator or the resource persons or the instructor, you can just chat, okay, in the chat rooms, and we will check the connection, okay, and make it some adjustment, some technical adjustment. And then will the task be shared as well as through WhatsApp? Oh, okay, for the moment, we are still using email and WebEx, okay, so not yet through WhatsApp, okay. So we will optimize the using of WebEx and the email for this moment. Okay, and then is there any questions again? Okay, one more, yeah, one more questions because we have already, now the time is already 10 to 5, okay, so another questions, okay, two more questions.
Ma'am, I have a question.
For one course only, would it be possible for me to join the WebEx meeting for the other courses? From Miss Anita. Oh yeah, it's still possible. If you would like to join, it's okay because we will send the notification for all participants that have been registered in the online. Okay, so you are welcome to join the classes. Okay, and then the last question. Is there any application of WebEx available in PS? I don't know. PS?
Yes.
Mr. Moderator, could you help me? Oh, Play Store. Oh, yes. Android, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can find the WebEx application for the smartphone, yeah, in the Play Store or the Google Store, yeah. And also the iPhone is possible, yes. Okay, thank you everyone, and see you again on the 29th of July. Okay, and it's on the same time from 4 p.m. until 4:45 p.m. Right? Okay, thank you for the questions. Okay, and then see you again next time. Thank you.
See you, ma'am. Thank you.
See you. Yeah. See you again on the next session.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
See you, see you.
Thank you.
Mangga.
Si Wi.
Selamat sore Bapak Ibu.
Selamat sore.
Untuk mengingatkan untuk di sesi selanjutnya itu di hari Senin tanggal 29 Juli itu waktunya masih tetap sama, mulai dari jam 4 sampai 5 nanti.
Ditayang loh. Si ditayangnya.
Her.